Let's get Mr. Martinez back in an apartment.
Those the words of Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. at a press conference he called on behalf of 72-year-old Bienvenido Martinez, seated here next to him in the rotunda of the Bronx County Building, an amputee and former tenant at NYCHA's Union Avenue consolidation here at 950 Union Avenue in the Bronx. News that he was in the hospital and in rehab for months didn't stop them from booting him out.
In August of 2018, NYCHA informed Mr. Martinez that he was being evicted and from his apartment for failure to pay rent, which was back $816.
After his operation, he was transferred to the Beth Abraham Rehabilitation and Nursing Home and was looking forward to returning to his apartment in December, but that didn't happen.
In December, they moved on that eviction. Even after October, 2 months earlier, caseworkers at Beth Abraham told NYCHA and the managers there to cease its eviction proceedings, informing them that he was in temporary care and would be returning home upon the completion of his care.
Beth Abraham immediately contacted Borough President Diaz, and he wrote a letter to NYCHA that he is holding here, dated March 18th, calling for them to provide an apartment and to help him restore all that he lost. In the meantime, Martinez is staying at Beth Abraham until further notice.
This should not have happened to a senior citizen in such dire times, going through health issues, who is now an amputee, who has lost everything because NYCHA could not take a moment's pause, even after being consulted by the caseworkers at the nursing home.
For Diaz Jr., this presents renewed concerns over the agency's inability to build public trust, even as an interim chair, Catherine Garcia, took the helm earlier this year.
We've called out NYCHA for leaking roofs. We've called out NYCHA for no heat, no hot water. We've called them out when we've seen lead and garbage pileups that haven't been removed for weeks at a time, for rats, for infrastructure issues. And time again, NYCHA and the New York City Housing Authority, the City of New York, City Hall, they often say, well, we need more funding.
More funding and more time, a stark contrast to Martinez's case.
It is incredible that when this specific case, with this individual case, they moved so quickly.
We reached out to the New York City Housing Authority and they provided this statement. This shouldn't have happened, and NYCHA leadership is taking disciplinary action against the property staff involved. We're working to find Mr. Martinez a new apartment as soon as possible and will replace his furniture. In response to this, Borough President Diaz released this statement. I'm certainly relieved that the absurd circumstances faced by Mr. Martinez are being addressed, but it should have never come to this. Incidents like these illustrate why New Yorkers have so little faith in NYCHA to begin with. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.